Good morning and happy Friday. Friday. How's everybody doing? I'm doing okay, I think, as long as I get this video going. Oh, here we go. It's Friday. I'm very glad it's Friday because much like I'm sure a lot of you kids, there's no school. A break from teaching. Does anyone have any plans this Friday? Anyone doing anything? Oh, good. There we go. I see your comments now. I am doing something this weekend. I am redoing my son's bedroom. So lots of painting. So when you see me on Monday, I might have like all of those little freckles of paint in my hair. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been putting it off, but we're doing it for his birthday. Okay, anyway, let's move on from that chitter chatter. Just giving everybody time to show up. Today we are drawing Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Sometimes I even hear him referred to as a Yeti, but maybe a Yeti is the one that's in the snow. But I've always had a thing for Bigfoot, I think. He looks funny. I want him to be real. Yeah, so that's what we're going for today. And I love seeing him referred to as like the world hide and seek champion. I made him the world quarantine champion because you just imagine he's been living by himself, hiding out for a while. We will need today a pencil and a pen, like always. You'll need paper. And then for my Bigfoot, I really only used two colors. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Three. I used two different color browns. You can kind of see those. Hi, Mom. And then I put him in a shirt. So I colored the shirt in blue yesterday, but I might change that. So I'll show you that. But very simple. But, you know, you could put him in a forest of trees and make him look, add more colors, make him look different. You guys do it every time. Every time I think I could possibly imagine every way you would draw something, you guys draw something different and it blows me away. So I love the creativity. I love seeing your drawings. Don't forget to share them. Remember, I know I say this every time, but you can always share them in the album or you can share them directly onto the group page. So let's show you what we're drawing. Browns. Okay, one is called Brown. It's real creative. And the other one is called Raw Umber. Those are my two browns. And when I decide what color shirt, I will tell you what color shirt I'm doing. So let's flip you around and show you Bigfoot. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze too. So sorry, forgive me if I do. There he is. There's Bigfoot, the world quarantine champion. And you can put him in a shirt or not. I kind of thought it was funny and I did a tank top because I'll tell you, I had already drawn him and then I decided to put him in a shirt. So if I had put him in a t-shirt, I wouldn't have wanted these little furs. So, because I would have put a line and then had it smooth. So maybe I'll do a t-shirt today. But so I just added the tank top in after the fact, after he was even already in pen at that point. Gave him some big old feet, big old toes. So yeah, that's our guy. I think he's pretty cute. Yeah, very creative color for the name Brown. What's the name of it? Oh, it's just Brown. So just like all of our drawings, we're going to break it down into shapes. So let me go ahead and tell you, our first shape is going to be this whole, it is kind of like the Chewbacca. As I was drawing it, I thought, you know, Bigfoot and Chewbacca, maybe that's why I like Chewbacca so much. So we're going to do this whole shape right here. So it's like curved and then a dome. That's going to be our first shape. And then we're going to add legs. Then we're going to build feet off. And then we're going to build arms. And then we'll add all his details. But you can see this first shape, it starts right there. And it's right here. That's what we're drawing first. Oh, look at that. Dwayne and my mom. Just, maybe you guys are cousins. So let's put the drawing to the side and let's get going. Jinx. I liked that. Okay. So let's start on the bottom of his body. And I want to make sure I have room for his legs and his big feet. So I'm going to go about a third of the page up. And I'm going to do a slightly curved line going across the middle of my paper. And then I'm going to do like the tip of a hot dog. But I'm going to make it a little wider and then narrow, and then so you can see I'm going to go out a bit. Come around, out, and back in. Just like that. So it looks like, I don't know, what does that look like? It's kind of a hot dog shape, but it's a little wider. Looks like a tombstone, gravestone. So for the legs are going to come right off of the body, the sides of the body. So just do a line down on one side and a line down on the other. Make that one a little bit shorter so they're about the same length. Or a big toe. There you go. That's totally that shape. A big giant toe. And then we're going to put the two inside lines for the legs. So right there. And I want to make them about the same width. And that looks about right there. And then to finish these off, instead of doing a line across, we're going to just do zigzags of different lengths. Short, long, short, short, long, and then back into the side. And I'll do the same over here. Zigzag. And that's his fur hanging over his foot. And now I'm going to erase the two leg lines that connected the body to the legs. And then I'll take this middle line here and I'll just curve it a little bit on the ends. Just like that. Now for the feet, I'm going to start with the big toe. So I'm going to come from about the side of this first little zigzag, and I'm going to curve a line down and then go up and around and in. So you see that shape? So this is his first big giant toe. A hairy walking rock. Yep. His heel will come up off the back, so I'm going to start a little bit up instead of starting right at the base. And I'm going to curve the line out and around, and it's going to meet into his toe. So far we have his big toe and the heel of his foot. And to add the extra toes, you're just going to follow this shape, and I'll start them, you know, about here, just a little ways down from where I started the first part of the foot. And I'm just going to do a line coming out and it connects in, and then I'll do one more that's a little bit shorter. And there's his 3 toes. And to make them look like toes and just make it look a little bit sillier, I'm going to add that toenail. So to do the toenail, I'm going to come back from, you know, however big you want to make the toenail, and just do a curved line that goes to the front. And then I'll do one on this toe and then one on this toe. And now he has the toenails. And so we only are working on 3 toes. He probably has 5. I would imagine Bigfoot has feet like we do. But those other toes are just, they're back behind the front 3. We're only seeing the 3 that are in the front. And now we just need to repeat that on the other side. So coming up from this little piece of hair, I'm going to do a line swooping down and then up and around and in. This one's a little longer than this one, but it's okay. Just adds to the funniness of his shape. So it doesn't have to be exact. And then the heel coming off the back, curving around, coming into where we built that toe. And then toe number 2 and toe number 3. And then those nails that curve to the front of the toe. And there's his big, giant feet. How's everybody doing so far? You could put your Bigfoot in glasses. You could add a hat to the top of his head. Yeah, what other funny things could you do to your Bigfoot to make him look unique? Maybe your Bigfoot is a girl and is wearing a dress and has a bow in her hair. Now the arms, I'm starting up high on the body, so his proportion is like pretty funny, like his shoulders are like where his head is. So I'm going to start the arms right about here where it starts to really curve down right before it goes into this straighter line. And I'm just going to do a line coming out, and it's going to come almost down to the bottom of his body right before his legs start. And then just like I did, it never occurred to you that Bigfoot has big feet. He has huge feet. And just like I did here, I'm going to do zigzags of different sizes going into his side. There also was a character who was in Looney Tunes who kind of looked like this, and I think he was red. I don't know. I'm like having a childhood memory right now. Now for the hands, I'm going to keep them pretty simple, and I'm just going to do 3 little partial hot dog shapes. 1, 2, 3. And you could give him fingernails too, but I'm just going to leave him like that. No, it wasn't the Tasmanian Devil. It was a different... I feel like it was with the Marvin Martian or something like that. I don't know. You could make them a Yeti. Yetis are more snow, right? And they're white and then usually have blue in their face. So you could just color it different and then it's a Yeti. So same thing. Was that his name, Dwayne? Gossamer? Is he the one who said, I will hug him and love him and name him George and keep him for my very own? And zigzag. So I'm just repeating the same thing I did for the arm over here. I'm repeating on the other side. Yes, we will do a hamster. A hamster is on my list. And then I'm doing those 3 hot dog shapes for the fingers. Okay, now, if you want to have your Bigfoot in a t-shirt, you would just put lines right here for the sleeves. And then a line right down here for the body. And I'll add the top of his t-shirt after I do his face. But yeah, if you wanted to do a t-shirt, you could do that. If you don't want to do the t-shirt, then you just leave these lines off. Or if you wanted to do a tank top, you leave these lines off, but still put this bottom line here. And so let's work on his face. So to start with, I'm going to draw an arch that follows this same type of shape, but is more narrow on the inside. Change that line a little, make it more even. Okay, that's where his face is going to be. And you could do his face oval or round. I kind of do this. It almost will end up looking like a teardrop. It's going to come in more with some little hangy fur, hangy hair at the bottom. So up towards the top, we're going to put 2 eyes. So I'm going to do 2 circles. Inside that space. And I gave him kind of a sleepy eye, so to do that, I just put this curved line off to the side here, and then a curved line off to the side here. And then these will be his eyelids. Oh, a unibrow is good. And then I'll do a shape inside, a little circle on the inside, on both sides. And then one more in each corner for that circle of light. And I wanted to give mine a big nose, so I did 2 half circles, one going this way, so a letter C, and then a backwards letter C on the other side. And then just inside those, I did 2 ovals for his nostrils. And then I'm giving mine a smile. And today I'm going to give him just 1 tooth. Just up there on the top. And now to finish off this face area, I'm going to do some zigzag lines. To just give him some fur on the bottom. I'm going to change this one a little, have it come out more. Just like that. And then I want to give him some bangs inside the face. So I'm going to do 3 little zigzags here in the middle. And then I'll erase this line. And then I'm going to give a couple more little triangles, one right here. And one down over here for the fur that's going inside on his face, and then you'll erase that little face line. Now for the t-shirt, I'm going to come where this corner is, and I'm just going to do a curved line that comes down that one isn't going to make sense with that hair there, so I'm going to move that hair and put the fur just a little bit lower. And so this will be the neck of his t-shirt. You'd imagine that's going underneath his face. This is the top of his head. And now I want to give mine more fur on the body. So just like I did here with these little triangles, I'm going to do the same thing off to the side here. Put one there. I'll put one out here. Give him a couple pointy ones right on the top. And then all of these little lines I'll end up erasing. And then I'm going to give him some down his arms. Just do one on this side. And then I'll give him some on his legs. The inside also. And all of those little shapes just make him look hairy, and then you just want to remember that when we do the outline, you won't, if you don't erase these lines first, you just don't draw them in. And I'm going to change where this fur is too, because I don't like it there on the shirt. So I'm just going to put it below. And that is our Bigfoot. So let's get our pen. And now with our pen, I'm going to make sure that I come to the little hairlines, I put them in, and then I go on to the next one. So again, because I didn't always erase, I'm going to make sure that I don't put the line where the fur is. If you accidentally do it, it's not a big deal. I've done that many times when I've been drawing. I'm going to stop my line here. I'm also not going to do this arm line for the t-shirt, at least not a full one. So I'm going to come down into the t-shirt, come in. I'm going to go up just a little bit, and then I'll come back down. And that just makes the t-shirt look more connected. Same thing on the other side. T-shirt, come up a little bit, and then I'll come down and finish it off. Do the little hair lines. Make him look furry. I'll put this line in too. Now I'll come in and do his face, adding those bangs in. Change that shape a little bit while I'm working in the pen. So you see I just left off. I'm not doing those little lines. And for his eyes, I'm coloring this section in here and leaving the little circle of light. And you could really do this black, like we've done a lot, or you could give his eye a color, and you could put a color in that shape. It doesn't always have to be black. Sometimes we add an extra part, so we have the part for the color, the part for the black, and the part for the white. But just because we just added one, it doesn't mean that necessarily has to stay black. It could be any color that you wanted his eye to be. My 2-letter C's with my nostrils. And my nostrils I'm going to color in black with my pen. It's his smile and his little tooth. You could give him some little freckles. Some glasses. He'd look good with some glasses on. And just coming right down into all these little hairy parts. On the feet and legs. Yes, we can do, I like the snow miser and heat miser. And definitely a fish in a bowl. A fish in a bowl seems pretty relatable at the moment. And then I'm just coming in and doing these feet, his big oversized toes. And that back of his foot. And then on the other side. And we're almost finished. So if you gave him a shirt, you can write anything you want on the shirt. You could leave it blank. You could color the shirt in flowers. I'm going to make mine like a ringed t-shirt, which means it's going to have a little cuff here. It's called a ringer tee. So a little one there. And then I'm going to put a little one at the neck. And then I'm going to write first I'm going to write hide and seek at the bottom. And I'm doing this in just pen, but remember, you might want to do pencil first, because if you run out of space and you're in pen, you can't really adjust that. So I'm putting hide and seek with a question mark. See, I almost ran out of room for that question mark. Bye. Thanks for drawing with us. And then I'm going to write where am I going to put it? Let's say at an angle. Want to play hide and seek? I would not want to play hide and seek with Bigfoot. You would never find him. And now let's erase. Erase, 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 erase. That is sometimes what I sing in my head. Get all those pencil marks off. Lots of them on there. I didn't always put my pencil down or my pen down in the same spot as my pencil. Holding down those corners so I don't crinkle my paper. All right, I think that is good. Wipe it off and see. A little line there, a little bit there, a little there. Okay, I think that's good. Now, I'm going to make my shirt pretty simple today. Because I did this ringer tee, I'm just going to color the rings, and I'm going to do it in pink today, this hot pink that I have, and I'll do the one for the sleeve. Again, kind of coming along those edge lines. It's a smaller space, but trying to stay inside that space. Do this one over here. And one over here. And then I'm just going to go over my letters in pink and leave the shirt white. So just a little more simple, but at the same time it kind of pops and stands out because it's this really bright pink color. And then I just have to go over the hide and seek. And that's good for my shirt. And now for my Bigfoot himself, I'm going to color the toenails in darker. I'm just using the good old brown. No fancy name, just brown. And I actually just might use this one brown, I'm now realizing. We don't have a Jaguar this Monday. We do have one soon. It might be the Monday after that. I'm not 100%, but it isn't this Monday. I know that much. And just remember, on Sundays now, you can come onto the group and you can see what we're drawing the whole week. So you can map out your week and decide, are you going to come and draw every day? Are you just going to draw on a couple days, the ones that have something you're really looking forward to? So every Sunday now, I will start posting a schedule. And, there might be occasions we stray from the schedule. Like, for example, this week, I made the schedule and then I realized it was Earth Day, but we still made it work. So even though I had a burger and fries, we still incorporated Earth into it. So there might be times that, I'd give you a topic and then I change it around a little bit because it fits maybe a theme of the week. But for the most part, we'll stick with it. I'm going to do these areas in his nose too, a little darker, each of his nostrils, to make them stand out. And before I do the face, I'm going to color the eye in black. But again, you could do his eye a color if you wanted. And you'll just leave that little circle of white. There's my light. Turn my page a little bit. So I can get to those areas that are a little bit trickier. Okay, and now I'm going to use the same color and I'm just going to go lighter. So all along the edge. Around the eye. You kind of have a lot of little nooks and crannies because of all of these little hair, the little V's we made. Go around that tooth so I don't accidentally color that tooth in. Bye, see you Monday. Hope you have a really good weekend. I think it's supposed to be pretty warm. I have a feeling there'll be lots of people out on bike rides this weekend, taking walks. I'm sure I'll sit out front and draw with chalk. That's one of my weekend activities when I'm not painting the room. Oh, I went right over that tooth. But it's in pencil, so I can erase it. But, you know, if you did this and you couldn't get the pencil to erase, because some colored pencils actually don't erase very well, you could just make his tooth a color or color his tooth in black. Or maybe what I'll do, just to look kind of funny, is I have this gold metallic pencil, and I'll give my Bigfoot a gold tooth. So there we go. He's got a gold tooth now. And I'm going to use this same brown for the hands, colored lighter. And his body's going to be colored brown too, so if I do go in the edge into this part, it's okay, because it'll be easy to cover that up. There's a lot of brown happening in our Bigfoot. I have some birthdays to celebrate too at the end of the video. We have a little bit of a list today. Let's come into the foot, do the foot the same. Going on all these little V's. The edge of the toes. On the edge of the foot. Has anyone ever been to areas where they say Bigfoot lives? Like there's a lot of areas up in Oregon and in Washington. My son likes to sometimes watch a show where they're trying to find him. They never find him. So pretty much every episode is just them never finding him. And then I love the people who do think they see him and they post pictures. And he's always just strolling down like a freeway or something off in the side of the woods. Oh yeah, Santa Cruz is a big Bigfoot area. I haven't been to the museum there. I'm gonna have to do that for sure sometime. I didn't know they had a Bigfoot museum in Felton. Lots of brown, lots of brown. I still have to do the body. So I'm going to use this new color. I'm going to go ahead and switch colors to this raw umber. And it does have a little bit of a different shade. It's more of a yellow, has kind of a yellow goldish color in it. And I'm just kind of coming in with kind of a medium, not pushing super light, not pushing super hard. And this is one of those things that you can color, and then you can, if you aren't pushing super hard, you can come back in. Let me do this top part of the head and then I'll show you. We've done it for a couple things where you kind of make it look hairy. And it's also a way, if you don't like that lined look of your pencil, or maybe even your pen is doing it, where you can see some white in it, then just make it more lined. And then you just go through and add little dashes for hair. So I'll do it up here on his head. I'm not going to do his whole body because that would be a lot of time of just watching me and listening to me going tick, 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 tick on the paper. But see, you can just kind of give him a hairy look, and then it doesn't matter how evenly or unevenly you colored the background. Yeah, we did it to the otter too, didn't we? Some people did it to Chewbacca also. It's just a way, yeah, to make it look hairy. Or some people just do get really bothered by the inconsistency of the color on the page. You know, if you pushed a little too hard in one area and it looks a little bit darker, or you have some white showing through on your pencil and you don't have a blender pencil to blend that out. Doing those little hairlines gives you a way to cover that, and it also just adds some texture and some detail to your work. So you can do that in all the little fur areas. You could even, if you had a bunch of different colors of brown, you could just keep layering them and layering them, and the more different shades of brown you do and the more you layer them, the hairier it's going to look. So that's kind of something fun to practice sometime. You do it with this one or with some other drawing of something with hair. You could even put a little black in there. And last but not least, the legs. And again, since it's all brown, I'm not worrying too much about if I touch the toe, the foot area with this color, because you can't really see it. But I am going along the edges here where I don't want it to go into the white area, and I'm going to go along the edge here where I want to make sure I don't go into my shirt with the brown. Here on the bottom of his legs. And now I can go fast. Another fun way to draw him would be to just have him partially peeking outside of a tree. So you could put like a big tree, like he's hiding behind. He's just half out. And if I did that, I probably would have him like holding up a sign that says "Want to play hide and seek." So he's hiding, but he's inviting you to play with him. That could be pretty cute to just do a different version. Go up along this edge, and then I'm going to go really quick, finish him off. Super fast. There we go. There is my Bigfoot, my hide and seek champion, my quarantine champion. And I'm going to write my name, where I'm from, and my age at the bottom. And he is finished. So the couple of birthday announcements we have, oh wait, let's see. I think we just have two. I have the name that was given to me is Thelodog, and then Sarah. Somebody just announced that it's Sarah's birthday on Sunday. So those are the only birthdays that I have on my list for this weekend. I'm going to flip you guys around, give you a couple last minute announcements. Okay, so don't forget to share your art on the page. You can share it directly onto the group, or you can add it to the album. You can also share it on Instagram, Draw with Stacy. The schedule will be posted on Sunday, so you will know what we're drawing all next week. Keep your requests coming in. I promise, if we're not getting to yours right away, we will soon. We're working, again, we do 5 for you guys a week, so it's a lot to knock out. What else? Tomorrow is our sip and draw for our adults, but if your parents let you hang out with them and do it, then that's cool too. We have some kids who join in on that. And a weekend challenge. I like to give you guys a weekend challenge. So, and this will pertain more to those of you in Sacramento, but there is a really, really cool set of coloring pages. So you will need a printer, but there's a very cool set of coloring pages that was posted yesterday on one of the Sacramento Instagram accounts. They are so neat. The Tower Bridge is in there. Very cool. So my challenge to you guys is, if you have a printer and you have the ability to print out one of those coloring pages and color it and post it to the group. I will do one this weekend. I am going to link them. I did share them on my Instagram story last night. So if you're on Instagram, you can find them there. And then I will also post them in the group, so you can tell your parents, look in announcements, and I'll post that shortly on where you can find those coloring pages. And so everyone should do a coloring page this weekend. That's all I have. Share your Bigfoots with me. I love Bigfoot, so make sure you share your picture. I can't wait to see them all. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Get outside, enjoy that nice weather. Try to do something fun. Do a coloring page. I love y'all, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye. Thanks for drawing with me.